I've never worked for Twitch, so I don't know exactly how they manage that kind of a situation, but I can imagine that it would be in their best interest to keep that kind of stuff under control. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of This Week Today with CuriousJ, where we talk about gaming and streaming news. I am your host, CuriousJ, and do appreciate y'all being here. Let's get straight into this week's episode, everyone. So, Twitch was invaded by fake Elon Musk streams with Bitcoin scams. I don't really know how new this is. I think it's happened before, but it was happening in a big way very, very recently. So Twitch has had to shut down a handful of live streams that have invaded and taken over the top live channels on the platform, pretending to be Elon Musk, running a cryptocurrency giveaway. Thanks to botted viewers, and then resulting real viewers tuning in to see what the fuss is about, these channels would amass upwards of 40,000 concurrent viewers. As one account was shut down, another would almost immediately pop up in its place, again running the same stream. The broadcast features a generic image of Elon Musk talking, alongside a number of scam offerings for Bitcoin and Ethereum. So emblazoned at the top of the stream was the headline offer: 5,000 BTC, which is Bitcoins, and 50,000 ETH, which is the Ethereum, giveaway. As the channels rose to the top of Twitch's directory page, thanks to the massive, albeit fake viewership, users quickly took notice. Top live channel on Twitch is a blatant Bitcoin scam, one user said, sharing a clip from the stream. It ran for about 30 minutes with 30,000 viewers, ending around midnight. Some generic unrelated footage of Elon speaking with a mask on, and it was blatantly a scam. But even as Twitch brought down the ban hammer, whoever was behind the scam streams would relentlessly come back with a new account. The channel names were simple: Elon Musk with a mix of random numbers at the end. And if you can see here on this image, there was also one of Shroud with a free skin giveaway where he was playing Counter-Strike, but you can tell it's obviously not really Shroud. It should be noted that the real Elon Musk does not have an official Twitch channel. As one of the richest men in the world, he's used to these fake giveaways, but this is the first time it has become so prolific while live streaming. Early in 2020, Musk's Twitter account was hacked, along with many others, and exploited to spread more fake cryptocurrency giveaways. Despite Twitch's best efforts to clamp down on these scam streams, fake Counter-Strike skin giveaways pretending to be pro players like Simple and Device and Shroud have been an issue for over a year. Twitch has been criticized for failing to do enough to protect their users from these scams. I can see how it would be kind of a hassle to get things under control at first, but I would assume that once you know it's an issue, you would keep someone in control of making sure that those channels don't keep popping back up. Of course, I've never worked for Twitch, so I don't know exactly how they manage that kind of a situation, but I can imagine that it would be in their best interest to keep that kind of stuff under control. In other news, League of Legends spin-off Ruined King will launch on consoles in early 2021. So Ruined King, a League of Legends story, the upcoming single-player League of Legends spin-off that will see the franchise debut on consoles for the first time, has released its first, albeit vague, bits of information. It'll launch sometime in early 2021 on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, and the Epic Games Store at launch. Along with news of a release window, Riot Forge also announced some additional details on what Ruined King will actually be. So it's a single-player, turn-based RPG set in the Bilgewater and Shadow Isle regions of Runeterra, which is the planet on which League of Legends is set. The company also revealed the roster of League of Legends champions who will appear as playable characters in Ruined King. So Miss Fortune, Illaoi, Braum, Yasuo, Ahri, and Pyke. There's still no look at actual gameplay yet, but Riot Forge is already promising more information on Ruined King in December. The release will be the first game from Riot Games, their new indie publishing label Riot Forge, which was announced last year as part of a new initiative to partner with other developers to expand the League of Legends universe into new games and genres. Along with Ruined King, developed by Airship Syndicate, the team behind Darksiders Genesis, Riot Forge is also working on Convergence, developed by Double Stallion Games, which will also be out for consoles and PCs. although it has yet to get a release date. That's all in addition to the other League of Legends titles that Riot is working on itself, like its collectible card game Legends of Runeterra, released earlier this year, League of Legends Wild Rift, which is a mobile game that ports the popular MOBA gameplay of the original PC game to Android and iOS, an animated series, and a fighting game. So I've talked about all the Riot Forge plans before the release of Valorant, when it was still called Project A. I love seeing all these side projects come to life. I've said it before and I'll say it again, Riot Forge is making some really big moves, and it's kind of seeming like they're trying to take over for what Blizzard was doing, because you know Blizzard, they had the card game, they had the shooter, they had World of Warcraft, they took over for Destiny and all the other good stuff. Riot Forge is coming here in the same way, but I think even with a little more, like they're making their own fighting game and animated series. Pretty awesome if you ask me. And last but not least, speaking of Blizzard, World of Warcraft's upcoming Shadowlands expansion has more pre-sales than any other expansion in the game's history, according to Activision Blizzard. On a recent earnings call, Activision Blizzard CEO Robert "Bobby" Kotick said that they've seen unprecedented engagement trends since the World of Warcraft subscriber base doubled following the launch of Classic last year. Pre-sales of the upcoming Shadowlands expansion are the highest we've seen at this stage ahead of any release. Thus, Shadowlands has more pre-sales than every other expansion in their 16-year history, though that may not hold true for overall sales after its launch. This is just a pre-sale number. Kotick went on to emphasize that World of Warcraft is one of the few entertainment franchises that generates over $1 billion in annual net bookings, alongside Call of Duty and Candy Crush. Other executives on the con noted a huge sign that World of Warcraft's player community is quite healthy. Franchise engagement is at its highest level for this stage ahead of an expansion in a decade. It's not completely clear, but that seems to mean that there are more people playing ahead of Shadowlands release than there were before every expansion since Cataclysm. So the existing player base is more engaged than they were for Mists of Pandaria, Warlords of Draenor, Legion, or Battle for Azeroth. Allegra also noted that World of Warcraft's monthly active users have been stable and increasing since the launch of Classic last year. This isn't really a surprise to me, honestly. Shadowlands seems like a great expansion, and Blizzard made some pretty sweet changes to the game. They even went as far as to give some closure to a quest from World of Warcraft Vanilla. 16 years ago, we went on the search for Mankirk's wife. And back then it was hard because there were no markers or anything to help with the direction of where you were supposed to go to find her. And when you do find her, all you really find is a dead orc labeled as beating corpse. You assume that it's her, and you return to tell Mankirk that you found her and she's dead. Now, we find her in the afterlife in Shadowlands, and it turns out she's kind of awesome. I just think it's cool that they pay attention to detail by bringing back really old stuff and giving it reason in the newer stuff. So props to Blizzard and World of Warcraft for going that far. That's going to be it for this week's episode, guys. I do appreciate y'all hanging out. Not gonna lie, it's been kind of a rough week for me. That's why this episode is not airing on Sunday, but instead on Monday, just a day late. But still, thank you guys for everything, for liking, for subscribing, for tuning in for the entire episode. Like I said, it really means a lot to me, so thank you. And hopefully I'll see you here next time. Take it easy, everyone. Stay curious. Peace.